Hey guys, welcome back to another October Spooky Month video. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most haunted places in South Korea. Did you guys know there is a place called Gonjiam 정신병원, aka Gonjiam Psychiatric Haunted Building? So this city is just farther away from Seoul, and it's a city called Gwangju, and inside Gwangju there's a small town where apparently the psychiatric building is. Now a lot of people have visited there in order to check and see if this story is true. So there was actually a movie called Gonjiam so this movie is very interesting because it was filmed like in a very realistic state. To make this movie realistic, they even used rookie actors that was like the first time acting on screen. The actors even used their real names to make it more real. So this is supposed to be like a realistic type of movie. So this movie went viral, and that is why a lot of people went to visit this actual place, the Gonjiam Psychiatric Building, and they have reported to see some spooky haunted things. Also, this place is claimed one of the most freakiest places on earth by CNN, so this is legit. So this haunted place started back in 1990s when they closed it down. So rumor has it that the psychiatric place closed down due to the doctors going insane, mad doctors endangering patients. Also, the story goes that suddenly in the late 1990s, for about 10 years, patients and staff would mysteriously just pass away. They were found in their rooms and in their offices, and the families of these patients never got a solid answer why this has happened. This is basically when the haunted rumors started, because the families weren't getting any solid answers. Also, to go back, there was a rumor when the psychiatric place was open that there was a ghost that has been hunting the patients and possibly cursing them. And that is one of the reasons for these mysterious things that has been going on when the psychiatric building was open. So apparently there was this one doctor that was like the head doctor. He was like the building owner basically. He was a mad doctor and he was ill himself. And apparently he kept a secret where he did things to his patients. Some not so good things to all these psychiatric patients. And so this is when he fled to the US apparently in the late 1990s after the authorities were cracking down on this case. Now ever since then it was untouched. There's so many photos of the spooky psychiatric place. Obviously it has not been touched for almost about 20 years now. And because no one has been there, this building was not sold or anything like that. The rain basically deteriorated the buildings and things inside. Now when I saw these pictures, I was a little bit baffled because it was like really deteriorating. Because if you see a lot of like haunted places or haunted sites, like a lot of these mansions or these buildings don't deteriorate as much as this psychiatric building did. It's only been 20 years, but if you see the other haunted places, like it's been there for like 50-60 years and it's in like a decent condition, but this building, wow, it's like deteriorating. So for the people who have visited the psychiatric place, you could still find beds, desks, doctor coats, exam chairs, games, half-open books, kind of like the time stop fair, like a time machine. There's a calendar that stopped at 1996. That's basically like the last year that they were running. Also, in a lot of these like facilities of psychiatric places, they're understaffed, they're underfunded, and basically a lot of people say this is a place where people are put to be forgotten. Now this actually reminds me of the Joker movie. If you guys seen the Joker movie, it's amazing and it's kind of like related to this. So Joker, basically he has some kind of mental illness and he is put into the psychiatric places, and even in the movie the city basically cut funds for these like mental ill hospitals. The psychologist basically tells Joker, cities and people just don't care about people like you. Now that is sad itself, so maybe that is where all these haunted, negative vibes do come from. You guys all know that I even believe that a special facility or where people were with negative vibes and negative feeling, which can affect negative things that are unexplainable, such as in this case. So it's been about 20 years, this place is now haunted, it has been untouched, so these adventurous ghost hunters who love to do these kind of things went to this building and actually found some spooky things. So there's apparently like numbers in the psychiatric buildings, obviously room for certain patients and things like that, and some ghost hunters went to the room 222. In this room 222, they saw doors open by itself, and they thought it was the wind, but then they looked back and said this room cannot have any wind. Like there was no wind activity, but the doors would open by itself, and they felt an unwelcome vibe. You guys might or might not know, but there are people called empaths. So there are people who could feel these unwelcome vibes from these entities or spirits or ghosts. So a lot of these ghost hunters would hear moans, whispers. Some has gotten even scratches after they visited here, and they would actually physically like have something on their body and they don't know where that is from. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Also, a lot of people have reported seeing shadows, figures, and apparently there's a picture proof, and I'll show you that right now. We don't know if this is like photoshopped or not, but this photo definitely looks like they took it a long time ago, before like Photoshop is like a big thing. Now we could Photoshop anything and we don't even know if it's real or not, you know? That's how good Photoshop is now. But this picture does look, you know, pretty real. So you guys let me know if you think this picture is real or not. But the fact that these girls are camping here, like what the heck? Like who would camp in a haunted place and be okay with it? They're literally like eating, and they like made themselves a little bit of like home here, which is a little bit, you know, odd. I don't know if I would do that. Let me know if you guys in the comments down below if you guys have the balls to do this. So after the movie, I told you guys this place went viral, and so many people, like a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people who are doing live broadcasts, wanted to go to this place and really figure out if this place is like legit haunted or not. So a lot of locals are complaining because there's so many people that are visiting here, annoying the locals apparently, and the locals are not willing to give directions anymore. So if you see the Gonjiam movie, actually what they do in the movie, the characters in the movie kind of get possessed by these ghosts, like things appear, these ghosts appear and try to attack them and things like that. So if you guys are into that movie, that is actually a good movie for Halloween. So I'll put a link down below if you guys do want to watch it. Apparently now this day they have like CCTVs and they have like security just to block this place. But the weird thing a lot of people saying is the owner fled to the US. He's living in the US permanently now. He's not selling this place. Like of course he might have tried and it's not being sold anymore, who knows. Or it could be the fact that it takes too much money to rebuild this place. Apparently someone said that it cost about $3 million to just renovate this place. So I'm sure maybe he doesn't have the money to renovate it. This is just my opinion, but maybe if he opened it as like a museum or something like that, he could earn money from like the entrance fees, you know, who knows. So there's also a report where there's these ghost hunters. They have reports of ghosts following the visitors throughout the building and even getting into the car with them after. That is so scary. I heard that that is impossible for ghosts to actually follow you to another place, but anything is possible. I might be wrong. If you guys are like expert in this, please comment down below if this is true or not. Also, professional grade equipment has picked up strong indicators of ghosts on the grounds, although these rumors cannot be confirmed. So apparently there's these like ghost indicating boxes. It's like a frequency box, and apparently ghosts or spirits, they're in a different frequency. So in order to see if they're there, there's like a frequency box thingy. I don't know, you can see them on YouTube if you're interested. And apparently these boxes are supposed to capture these ghost frequencies, so if you know they're here or not. Alright, so these were like the rumors or the unconfirmed truth, but some people say the Gonjiam was forced to close mainly due to economic downturns, unsanitary conditions, and problems with the sewage disposal system in the 1990s. Apparently there was not even like a water system that was properly working, so they had to physically bring water there, and that was getting too expensive, and that the city made them like install a new sewage system, which just was too costly for the building owner, and that is the reason why the building owner decided to shut the facility down and move to the US. Again, like the owner has not come forth and like cleaned these rumors up, so we don't know what's true or not. Now there is even a website that shows you how to get in there, just because, you know, apparently it's a little bit tricky getting in there. Front gate to the hospital is now fully locked, but adventure seekers say that with enough effort one can easily enter the hospital grounds. They suggest walking around the fence perimeter until you find a small gap to crawl through. After that, follow the small path through the wood to the main hospital building. Okay, so that is the instructions if you ever decide to go, but a lot of people say don't go there anymore because there's like heavy security security now. Even the locals say they get an eerie feeling whenever they're walking by this facility. I'm sure they would. I want you guys to let me know, have you ever been to these haunted places, and are you the type to actually go into these haunted places just for the thrill of it? And are you planning to do this because it is almost Halloween? I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys thought about this story. And remember to like this video and subscribe and hit the notification bell because I reply to all my early birds. See you guys next time.